Hello, everybody. Laura back again. I don't know if it was working or not. I said it twice. If it's recorded twice, it's recorded twice. Oh, well, I need a quick drink. Got to put more water in there before I go to bed. Well, so it's 7 p.m. on Sunday. Let's see if anybody shows up. If nobody shows up, I'll only be on for about a half an hour. If people show up, well, you never know. But I do have things I have to do. So I am going to end at least at 8 o'clock, if not sooner. Okay, so um, things have changed and happened in my life. And so I'm back to Sunday nights. And, we'll see how it works or how long it works. You never know. Laura's life gets so interesting sometimes. So back to Sunday nights at 7 o'clock. Do my best to stick with it. Like I said, we'll see what happens, okay? Um, I am in the process of doing a couple of different things. I'm still, well, hello, Sue. Thank you for being here. I am working on this still, and I am still working on, there it is. Sorry, you can't see me, huh? Hi, Lynette. Thank you for being here. So I made this, and shouldn't have made it so long. I'm thinking I will cut it in half very carefully right here, and then deal with the problems that I had at the beginning on this one. Not supposed to have a hole there, but it's going to be these two and this hat. I know I showed you the hat a long time ago. I actually doubled the brim on this so it fit a younger one's head. So there we go. That's the hat. And then she'll have two scarves. I'm just gonna, and then make it work. Fix it, full it, and finish it. So that's that. I got to get that finished soon, soon, soon. So that's that. Let's see, what was the other thing? Oh, did you see? Look, it's back. You can also double it and sew it together, making it thicker. True. That's a thought. I think I'll just make it two. And that way, no, this little one can wear them until mom needs to sew them together to make it big enough for her, right? By then they'll have both worn out. I already know that. Oh, I'm thinking too far ahead on that little one's life, but that's okay. Look, I have my unicorn tree, and I know it's not plugged in because the plug's way the heck over here, and the cord is too short. This is a little teeny short cord over here. And, I don't have enough. I'm going to knit a hat for a really good frying cashmere and Angora. Okay, I think something didn't quite come out right. Okay, so really good friend, cashmere and Angora. Okay, well, I couldn't figure that out from frying, sorry. Although I used to tell my kids, you spell friend, fry end. Fry end, friend. Worked too. Worked for me, it works for both of them. So, yeah. Great, now all of a sudden I'm sweating. Did not turn the heat up. Did not recently change my clothes. I've been too animated, that's what it is. But I got my unicorn tree and it's sitting in the frame. It's part of the video. I kind of missed getting my unicorn costume out at Halloween. I had too many other things on my mind. Stupid autocorrect. I know. Okay, so let's see, where am I here? Okay. All right, you guys get out of the way there. There we go. Sue was frying my brain with that one. So I'm still working on this. I'm trying to make it this one square as big as this one square was. And it isn't growing as fast as I thought it would for being such a thick weight size 4. It's just not growing as fast as I thought it would. But that's okay. I'll make it work. I'll just keep going. I've got plenty more yarn. I'll get there eventually. That is a big square. I've got the rest of my burgundy that I used for the sleeves, and I'm thinking about going around a couple of times and then giving it a bit more of a collar and maybe a bit more of a, just a little bit on one side and then the other. So it's basically top or bottom. It doesn't matter which side you wear it on. Whoopty. Got Laura hair everywhere here. Ouch. I have a split in the side of my knuckle, which is unusual place for a split. Usually they're on the top of the knuckle. So here I am trying to make this thing as big as the one I've got on me. So this was actually mine. Okay. Oh, I'm almost there. Although it's going to be bigger. Okay, I'm almost there. A few more rounds, and then I'll have to lay it down and see what it looks like. Now I lost my spot. Where was I? Oh, I had it inside out too. Whoops. I really think that's almost a big enough square for anybody. Okay. But this friend is a little taller than me, and so she wanted hers a little bit bigger. Okay. Rolling on the floor laughing. Okay, I'll take the blue one. Yeah, I know you will. Let me see if I can get this one done first before we talk about that. Need to find the rest of my yarn in my storage unit, but I really have nowhere to put it in the apartment. So I'm trying to figure out what to do about some of that. Hi, cool gamer. Thank you for being here. Drat. It's just the bad spot where my little pinky fingernail catches on it every single time it moves past it. That's why it's gotten worse again. Ah. Oh, can't quite get this thing close enough to me, can I? Because it feels better to lean back than lean forward. Okay. Got to get around, got to get around, got to get around. That's weird. It was supposed to snow this morning. I never saw a snowflake fly today. Tomorrow's supposed to be really, really, really cold. I can't wait for the mail to be delivered tomorrow so I can get my bed heater. A bed heater, huh? That reminds me of the waterbed. I remember at least one heating element pad thingy went out on us. Oh well, that bed is gone, all of it. I love the bed frame I have now. It's a mattress heating pad. Yeah, I kind of figured. Well, you know how they say that a regular heating pad, you're not supposed to put weight on it, and yet how did those waterbed heaters work? I remember it had a thing on that it had the thermostat, the thermometer like thing, right? And then it had the thermostat like thing, and you could turn it down or up just a little bit, and it would adjust the water temperature. But it was still a mat with the heating coils that was underneath the mattress, and then the thermometer thermostat thing had to go somewhere else. It couldn't be too close to the mat, the heating mat. So it had to like head over to this corner or this corner or something. Um, and we could usually tell when one of us had bumped the thermostat thing because the water was too cold. It's like, oh my God, it's like an ice rink in this bed. Quick, turn up the heat a little bit. Not so much as to make us hot all night, but enough to not be flying on an ice skating rink, right? Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. Uh, oh hub. Well, let's see. I don't remember if I told you or not, but I did get my I probably didn't. Okay. I did get my no bake apple pie done. I threw some of it away today because it's been a week, and even though it had lots of natural uh, preservatives in it, rosemary and lemon juice, uh, it was starting to go, and I didn't need to carry it. Didn't need to carry it into the next week and come home and find it all fuzzy or all brown and rotten and blech. Um, my youngest son is going in for cataract surgery on Wednesday. Oh, well, our thoughts are with him and our prayers if that's our bent, okay? I'll be thinking of him. along with all the work I got to do the night first 3 days of this week. That shouldn't be too bad, though. My boss is coming down. Brought on a new participant last week, and he is my. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, I see what happened. I put it in the wrong spot. He is my colleague at my training position, so there's now going to be two of us. Yay! Yeah, splitting the work, and people that want to come in the early morning can come and see him, and the people that are willing to wait until afternoon can come and see me. And yeah, it's going to be good. Hello, Blair. Thank you for being here. So, yep, it's going to be good. And my boss is coming down, so we got training every day, almost every day anyway. So, I am working on getting my duvet cover finished. I think it should work now. I've left it folded for what, almost a month now. So hopefully, when I go to sew it, that last little bit, about a foot and a half, about 18 inches on either side, actually maybe more. I've got to leave an opening that's at least 2.5 feet in the middle for the blanket to go in, the comforter to go inside the duvet. I've taken a bunch of pictures of throughout the process of getting it done, so I only have a little bit more to do, and I'll take pictures of that, and then I'll put the whole thing together and put up a video. And then I can start working on the pillow shams. Whoever said the South was warmer lied. Well, yes, but this is one of those winters we've been needing for how many years now? It's been 20 since I moved here, and it's been 18, 18, 19, 18, 17, about 17, 18 years since we had winter this early in my part of the US. So this is a winter that we've needed for a while. As long as this works out, we should have enough water in some of our reservoirs to get through another year. Because I know a lot of our reservoirs in this country are just really low. Excuse me. Oh, oopsie, oopsie. Oh, can't tell which one I'm trying to. There we go. Got it. I got almost all my dishes done. Enough so that when I get all this stuff that's on my drying pad put away, I should be able to clean up my new water bottle that I want to start taking to work. Let's see. So I did that, and I was gonna make cookies today, but I was just like, no, I think the dishes are more important. Let's get the dishes caught up. Let's get all the pans and the appliances cleaned up. See, I got my food processor cleaned up. My blender still needs to be done. And my wok is still dirty. So I've got a few things left I need to take care of. But I did finish using the garbanzo beans that I had soaked and cooked last Friday night and Saturday morning. So I opened it, I smelled it, smelled like it smelled fine, and what it hadn't turned yet. So I dumped them into my strainer. I rinsed them, I rinsed them, and I rinsed them, and I rinsed them, and I rinsed them because I wanted to be sure. My friend is an avid gardener, so I'm going to do her hat in a leaf table. Oh, very nice. Yes. And so then I went ahead and put some spices on them on the pan, put the pan in the oven, which I'd already turned on, and then cooked them up until they started popping all over the place. I mean, it sounds like popcorn. I think I lost like 5 or 6 garbanzo beans because they pop open, and if it's enough force, they go pooing and hit somewhere in the oven and fall down. So they're all down around the bottom. So when I opened it up, I could see how many I'd like to count how many I had lost. Oh, I need to clean out the bottom of my oven. There were several charred ones from the last, I don't know, 6 months or so that I've cooked garbanzo beans. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Um, so I want to do, I want to get back to my tank top. Then I've got a couple other tank tops that I want to build. But I want to get this done. I want to get the things done for the little girl. And then I can get those to my colleague that had asked me if I could do something. Did I accidentally do 3 there instead of just 2? Huh, that just looks wrong. Well, that sounds like it's going to be a pretty hat. Whoops. Plus, I got to get all my dishes put away so that I can get as many of them clean as possible so I can get my new faucet put on. In a bad spot on the edge of my nail. It keeps getting caught on the yarn. So, yeah, I haven't gotten to the tools of the trade video. Sorry about that. I gotta take a picture of something that I have to add to it, even though it's only going to be, what, 3 pictures, I think. That's all right. I didn't want it to just be, I wanted it to be more of a monthly kind of thing, something that, you send your pictures in and I put them together and I say what I say, the background, and then, you know, here we go. But that's all right. It didn't work out that way. But I can still do a few of them at least. Oh, that's the bag. I'm like, what is that? She calls me her love child because of our age difference. She was just graduated from high school when I was born. And it makes no difference. We are from separate countries. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. I understand. Got me thinking about something. So, yeah, I did. Sorry. I was just thinking about how when I lived in Seattle, I had a couple of friends that were from other countries. One was a couple that had two little children at the time, and they were from Asia. And then another friend was from the, what am I trying to say? Huh. Um, middle, no, not middle. That's not right. I guess the best way to say it is Eastern Europe. Can't remember which country she was from though. And then after I moved here, I have a friend here who was also from a Eastern European area. I'm trying to be vague on purpose. Um, she's my best friend in this area. And then I also have my best friend in the building. So so yeah, my life is, working out. Um, sorry, just thinking about something else again. I think I know what I'm going to do with all that. I think I'm just going to tear those out and just build a blanket. A quick, easy, well, okay, maybe not quick, but definitely easy because that's the way Laura likes her blankets. Easy. I've noticed that people from the Midwestern states like to add R's to words where the letter doesn't belong. So I tell them they stole my R's since Australians don't pronounce the letter like car. Uh-huh, okay. Uh, In my senior year of high school, I knew all three of the foreign exchange students. I mean, not very well. Two of them were more acquaintances, but then there was the one that I dated, and because he knew the other two, I sort of got drawn into that circle a little bit. So, I often think, what if I had really tried to chase him across the world over to Italy? Ah, ah. So, oh, I didn't get everything done that I needed to get done, but I had a relaxing weekend for the most part. After the live, I have to move some stuff out of my bathroom so I can take a shower. Stuff that I had to pull out from underneath the bed when I finally got the feet for it. That got dealt with. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for being here. I missed you coming in. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm a little spacey tonight. Just having some thoughts and memories as we're talking. Um, so just a little, I'm just a little off. And let's see what else. Oh, I gotta clean the rest of the laundry off the bed. Gotta get my prunes ready. Prunes, my dates. Gotta get my dates ready for tomorrow. Gotta get my celery ready for tomorrow. I'll make sure I have a banana. I'm not sure about that. Not sure that's a good idea. Oh, my eye's twitching. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Are your dates hunky men? No, they're actually pieces of dried fruit. What a question. Oh, goodness. I have to check something real quick. Huh, okay. Laugh out loud. My dog had to have surgery on his eye to remove a growth. Now he keeps barking. I think he likes the sound of it bouncing off his cone. That is funny. Sounds like the dates around here. The date sauce for my no bake apple pie, it was almost like caramel. It was just so good. So I can keep that and use it for other things. And I can keep the crust recipe and use it for other things. It doesn't always have to be, it doesn't have to be caramel apple pie. It can be, you know, um, what was I was thinking of earlier? Caramel, caramel bars, caramel date bars, because the crust could be a little thicker and made into squares, but and then the whole thing could be um, have the caramel, which is the date and lemon juice and something else. What was the other thing that went in that? I think that was it. Anyway, it was really good. Really good. I will never make the apple pie, the no bake apple pie again because it wasn't worth it. My blood sugar kept getting too high because I was the only one eating it, and the people I had planned to share it with it never worked out for them to get a piece. So I ended up eating it all by myself. And then I said, nope, this pie is a week old. I don't need it to go bad. So I threw the apple part away and a lot of the caramel part, the date sauce. But, it is what it is. So I still have some apples left. So it's not like I can't. So it's not like I can't make something else with them. I was gonna do my cookies, the oatmeal, dates, banana. Um, I think that's it. I know I'm forgetting something, but I was gonna make those, and I was just like, nope. I think this is more important to keep trying to get the dishes done. So that's what I chose to stick with. So maybe tomorrow night, along with making something for dinner, maybe tomorrow night I'll make cookies. If I make mushroom soup again, oh my gosh, that was so good. I ate the whole thing. You need to make a mini pie. I've seen tins for that. Yeah. Well, it was made, ouch. It was made in the springform pan. So it wasn't even in a pie pan. I put it in the pie pan after it's been built in the springform pan. But yeah, I I have one. And I thought about that. I'm like, um why couldn't I use part of it to make a mini apple pie and then the rest of it could just be uh, the caramel bars. So it's, make I could make them bite-sized squares or slightly bigger pieces, and then I can freeze what I don't plan to use in the first week so that they don't go bad. I've got ideas. I'll make it work if and when I get around to it. Mhm. That's always been Laura's motto. If I'll do it if and when I get around to it. That's one of the reasons why I don't do a very good job of trying to be trying to crochet ahead of time and take it as a now what am I trying to say? Do a stall at a craft fair. That's what I'm trying to say. Did that a few times out in Washington. I didn't bother to do it here. Start all over again, learning where to go and then of course everything got even more electronic. If you can't take a credit card, what the heck are you here for? Make a dime. Spent the money to go there. It didn't make anything. Didn't even make up the money back that I'd spent because all those ladies said, "Well, can you take a credit card?" I said, "No, but I can take cash." Well, we didn't bring cash with us. Freezing some for later is good. Gives you something to look forward to. That's right. I need to make some more banana cream too. Oh my gosh, that just sounds heavenly right now. I couldn't believe that my big box store did not have any frozen raspberries on Saturday. Kind of messed me up. Almost out of frozen raspberries. I like to throw frozen raspberries in a bowl when I have a banana dream cream, whichever way you want to call it. It's bananas and water in a blender. Frozen bananas and water in a blender. Oh my gosh. I just figured out what I can do. I'm gonna have to look that up. I think I figured out how I can do a vegan banana cream pie. I think I know how to do it. It'd be more like a smoothie cake like I made for my birthday, but still it would be that crust and then the banana mixture with probably a lot of oat milk. Oh, that sounds good. Anyhow, I will have to see if I can find a pattern, same idea, a recipe that is close to what I'm thinking. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, I've got all these bananas and I've got lots of frozen bananas. How can I make a banana cream pie or a vegan banana cream pie? And it wouldn't make me mad if it had tofu in it either. But the problem is I don't know where to get soft tofu in this town. So that kind of screws things up. It should be almost to the end. I am almost to the end of this round. Oh, excuse me. So she's out cold in my chair. Oh, she just wiggled her head. She's not as asleep as she was. Coconut cream pudding. I'd rather have that than banana cream pie. And I don't need to use the oven for pudding. That's true, huh? That's true. Well, the crust is that date crust that I was talking about that was for the no bake apple pie, and it's dates and dried white mulberries and rosemary. Um, I don't remember which one the vanilla beans in, if it's in the caramel, the date caramel, or if it's in I think it's in the caramel. Excuse me. Do I still have that light blue? It's not quite the right color though, because this is green, and it's not that color. Hmm. Never tried a date crust. Date and nuts should work. Yeah, well, it's dates and dried white mulberries. Um, and rosemary, which is a which is a good preservative. The first time I thought, oh boy, that rosemary's gonna just taste all out of place with the apples and the dates. No. And you know what? It didn't. I did a Nutella pie a few weeks ago. That was really tasty. Yeah, I'll bet. But I'm thinking something with the bananas, like a creamy tofu, like oat milk and tofu and vanilla, and then pour it over slices, banana slices, and let it all just sort of settle in, and then freeze it. Dayas are loaded with sugar, though. Oh, dates are loaded with sugar, though. Yeah, they are, but uh, the only time I don't eat my dates with celery is when I eat my no-bake apple pie. And then I'm like, okay, have some lettuce or spinach. I just ate my apple pie. It's time for lettuce or spinach, or even, or even um, 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 celery and peanut butter. I know you meant dates. It took me a minute though. 1, 2, 3, okie dokie. And I'm right here at the end. 1, 2, 3, this one. Two, three. All right. So let's see here. Really big square. Okay. Maybe blend the bananas with pudding and spice it up like a pumpkin pie. I could do a chia pudding. That's a good idea, though. I just got those bananas, fresh bananas, but they're not dead yet, you know. And I'm like, what can I do with these? All right, let's see here. I'm all the way to the edge there, but not to the edge here, and not to the edge there. So I still got a few more rounds to go. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, well, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for the ideas. And let's never had a mulberry. Actually, I find them to be very tasty. I've eaten a couple of the ones that they fall out of the bag when I'm putting them in the cup to put them in the anyway. And I pick them up and I'm like, they're not bad. Dried white mulberries. I think they come from overseas somewhere, like Turkey, or I don't remember for sure. I think the ones in the U.S. are the darker ones, but I could be wrong there too. It's been a while since I looked that up. That was over a year ago that I looked all that information up. Anyway, thank you for being here. Hugs, kisses, bye. Have a good week. See you next Sunday. Find the right button, Laura. There it is. Bye bye. Bye bye.